Hey guys, this is my team builder video. Uh, for Team Bump and Dump, we're playing against Team Crystal Beach Whimsys, which is piloted by Chris. Uh, so he's got a pretty solid team, um, especially considering that he hasn't really been playing competitive for long, or at least from what Matt has told me, he hasn't been playing competitive very long. Um, So I guess we'll just get right into it. Um, so this week I'm not bringing Big Beetle. I'm bringing Mega Ampharos, which is 2 fab for you. Reason being, there's a lot of Pokemon on Chris's team, specifically both of his Megas and to an extent Tornadus that just killed Big Beetle right off the bat. Um, And well, like it's more of a tanking issue because obviously Mega Heracross can KO these Pokemon easily, but it's just you can't really tank the hits as well, whereas Mega Ampharos can. Uh, so the plan is I'm most likely gonna lead Ampharos because he's like the safest lead against everything he has, except for I think Mamoswine, just because Mamoswine uh, can one hit kill him with Earthquake. And he outspeeds, obviously. So, pretty much I'm gonna lead with Mega Ampharos. Um, if he leads Mamoswine, it's kind of a bad time. I'll just have to switch in. Oh, I'll just have to switch out to the next Pokemon. I'll get to that later. But the Mega Ampharos, he can tank all of his team's hits and then respond with a one-hit KO with everything here. Like the point of this set was to be, oh man, the point of this set was to be an all-out attacker. It was pretty much just to it's pretty much just to hit as hard as possible. The EVs I have specifically, I think it was like this is just a Smogon set, and I've used this before, and it just makes it so it outspeeds other slower Pokemon. Come on, you stupid bitch. So with those EVs, it'll outspeed Cofagrigus and Caracosta before a Shell Smash. Just what the fuck is happening? Okay, fine, I don't care. Oh my god. But yeah, so these three moves give him the best stab / coverage, and Volt Switch is just to keep momentum. Because to be honest, Mega Ampharos' move pool is a little shallow. So these are like the best things that we can do. And on to the point where if Chris leads Mamoswine when I lead Ampharos, I will be switching into Fill Me with Loads. One of the other all-stars of this team. He just hits hard with Hydro Pump and keeps momentum with Volt Switch and can cripple physical attackers with Will-O-Wisp. That's most likely what'll happen because like once I throw in Rotom Wash onto his Mamoswine, he is most likely going to switch out because he doesn't really want that. So I'm just going to throw off a Will-O-Wisp in hopes that he doesn't throw in Mega Charizard because he did declare that he's using Charizard as his Mega. I don't see why he would, considering I'm Water Electric type. So a Will-O-Wisp should be the safe play on whoever he leads with. I'm not sure if Whimsicott gets Aromatherapy, but if he does, that's actually that's going to be a pain in the ass. So yeah, physically defensive set again because like he just has a lot of physically attacking Pokemon or mixed attacking Pokemon. Like Breloom is physical, Mamoswine's physical, Tornadus is mixed. Seismitoad can be mixed. Caracosta is normally mixed. So physically defensive, just for it was mostly to tank Mamoswine since he obviously can't tank Breloom very well. But yeah, he's just there because he's just an all-around good Pokemon. Keeps momentum going, cripples physical attackers, deals a lot of damage, and just a little bit of like scout for choice or leftovers recovery. It helps sometimes. Then we move on to Sailor Moon. It was my pickup for my battle against the Elsa Craig Cutie Flies. Uh, Even though I lost that match, I was pretty happy with how Cresselia performed. Um, I ran the same spread here, I think. Yeah, I ran the Moonlight. Uh, I ran this set. Just again, physically defensive with those last 8 in the special defense, just to give him that extra bulkiness. Um, this is my main Stallmon because he just toxic whoever's out, and then Moonlight pretty much, and then when the play is safe, you Psychic. Um, this is a pretty good Breloom fodder, meaning that he walls Breloom pretty well. I don't think Whimsicott does too much to it, considering Whimsicott doesn't have a lot of like defensive stats. I honestly think that Cresselia might be the good switch in for Whimsicott too, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't really. Well, I'm kind of thinking he won't bring in both Breloom and Whimsicott, just because especially since he knows that I like to use Heatran, and I have the opposing threat of Braviary on my team. So I don't think that he'll use. I don't think that he'll use 2 grass types, but you never know. And I also have Delphox on my team, so like I don't think there shouldn't be a reason to bring both Whimsicott and Breloom, but I guess we'll see. And then I have Donk Snout here. He's making a return because he took a break against Elsa Craig. Just the standard set I run on Donk Snout, the Life Orb with max speed and max attack. It's just a set that like it's the set that like just proves the most consistent with Crocodile. I find that the Choice Scarf sets don't have enough initial power. So Life Orb helps with that, because like the Choice Scarf and Moxie set would be a cool thing, but I tried it with Gyarados before I dropped him, and I tried messing around with Crocodile as well, and like those kinds of sets that do the Choice Scarf Moxie thing just don't have enough power. Like initially, it's not until they get one Moxie boost that it gets actually really good. But yeah, Rocks actually isn't a really huge deal against his team. Like it has Mega Charizard's health, and I guess it does a quarter to Tornadus. But other than that, I think it's just like the neutral damage that that Stealth Rock can do. Yeah, it is. And even then, like Seismitoad only takes half that damage. Mamoswine takes half that damage. Breloom takes half the damage. Um, I think Grass isn't. I think Rock's neutral against Grass, so I guess Whimsicott would take the normal damage. But the whole point of this is that Rocks isn't as big of a deal to set it up. Like if I have the clear opportunity to, I will, but it's not like it decimates his team. Whereas like things like knockoff decimate every team, so it'll probably be more common for me to knock off in this game. But I guess we'll see. Then you have Hammerhead. I needed a grass attacker because I mean he has he has 3 water types. So and again, I like to bring Heatran a lot. So so there's probably a good chance that I'll see at least one of these water types. Especially if I'm going to set up the rocks, because if he brings Blastoise, that's a rapid spinner. But basically, it's like what I normally run on the Virizion. Just throw it in on a Pokemon that I think he'll switch out on. So something like, not Mamoswine, like a water Pokemon, for example. Not Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus is kind of walls Virizion, but I'll work with that when I get to it. But yeah, I'm like the point is to get a Swords Dance off, and if they status, I have that Lum Berry to cure it, because Virizion getting status, especially burn or paralysis, is a really bad time. So the point is just a Swords Dance and then go nuts with my attacks. Obviously, the two powerful stabs, and then quick attack for priority, because like I mentioned before, my team kind of has a problem with lack of priority. It's just the way I picked it. I guess it's my own fault. But yeah, that's what Virizion there for. It's mainly for the 3 water types there, but I mean, like, close combat hits Mamoswine. I think barring a Choice Scarf Mamoswine, Virizion outspeeds it. And then close combat for Miltank as well. And then, obviously, just quick attack to pick up some revenge kills. The last member of the party, Delphox. He was named What Does the Fox Say, but the whole name doesn't appear on the battle screen when I'm using him, so I switched his name to Ring Ding Ding, because it's still part of the song. But again, like the same spread that when I've brought Delphox before, with obviously the 2 powerful stabs again, because that just makes sense. Grass Knot instead of Dazzling. Well, no, Grass Knot's normally the set, but is normally on the set. But in this case, this was actually a more important one, just because, again, Caracosta, Seismitoad, Blastoise. And even if I'm locked into it, hitting Mamoswine with a Grass Knot isn't a bad time either. The only difference here is that Dazzling Gleam does nothing to his team, so I switched it with Shadow Ball because other than the knockoff on Donk Snout, I don't really have anything to deal a lot of damage to Cofagrigus. So the Shadow Ball was just like meant to be a Cofagrigus hit, like it's meant to hit Cofagrigus. It's kind of a bad time if he switches into the Miltank when I have Shadow Ball. That's like that's pretty much the gist of my team. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna go with I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow of the battle, and gonna think things through clearly. I don't really like. There's not really one Mon on his team that can single-handedly wreck my team. It's not like when I faced the Waterloo Weaviles and he had Weavile, and I was like, wow, Weavile can really destroy my team. And then the same thing happened when I played against the Elsa Craig Cutie Flies. Like, Kyurem Black just kind of destroyed my team. So, yeah, that's the gist of my team. And hopefully this team does well. I'm looking to go 4-2 this week. I really want at least that second place spot back, because I won't get the first place spot back. Sean has that pretty locked up. But yeah, so I guess we'll see you in the battle, which happens later today. So see you later.